Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I'm reading I'm Australian Too, a book written by Mem Fox and illustrated by Ronna Joy Gosh. And you can't go wrong with a book from Mem Fox. Let's see what the blurb tells us. From countries near and far, many have made their home in Australia, sharing it with the original inhabitants and living in peace beneath the southern stars. Mem Fox celebrates Australia's incredible multicultural heritage in this beautiful book. So, multicultural, what does that mean? Well, I know multi means many, and I know cultural means people from different places. And there are people from many different places that make up Australia. Let's have a look at this book. Sometimes if you don't understand a word, it helps to break it up into its smaller words. I'm Australian. How about you? Nothing more Aussie than sitting with your mate and having a nice block. Even some cockatoos to share it with you. I'm Australian too. My mum was born in Sydney, my dad in Ballarat, and I was born in Melbourne. How Australian is that? How about you? Looks like they're on the Ferris wheel at night. My dad grew up in Darwin, my mum in Humpty Doo. Our mob's been here forever. Now we share the place with you. How about you? Some people go from small country towns into the cities. My family comes from Ireland back in 1849. 1 million hungry people died, but now we're doing fine. Some people came to Australia to start a better life. My nonna came from Italy. His family followed after. At first their lives were very hard, but now they're full of laughter. How about you? Who likes Italian food? I am so glad we've got all these cultures in Australia because we get to try so many amazing types of food. My auntie came from Athens with her brother and her niece, and now we live in Adelaide because it's so like Greece. How about you? They're celebrating the fireworks. I like this drawing. Black is a nice colour to use. It makes everything stand out. My granny came from England and was homesick every day. Then she fell in love with Perth, and now we're here to stay. Do you have a wall like that full of pictures? Lebanon is beautiful. My family came from there. They fled a war, but now they sing Advance Australia Fair. How about you? Now I'm using my visual clues, and this is a big bridge and there's people walking up the top of it. I think that might be the Sydney Harbour Bridge. What do you think? I speak just like an Aussie, which is really who I am. My family lives in Melbourne, but we hail from Vietnam. How about you? We do have a very special accent, don't we? My parents come from China. They think Australia's great. Now we live in Canberra and call out, "G'day, mate." How about you? Somalia was once our home, but it was torn by strife, another war. We're happy now in Hobart, where we have a better life. How about you? Hobart is all the way down the bottom of Australia in Tasmania. My country was Afghanistan. We fled when I was small, another war. Our boat capsized, but we were saved. Now we're Australians all. How about you? I wonder if they like living in the desert part of Australia because it would be like Afghanistan. Syria was where I lived, but then we had to flee. Our family's now in Brisbane and we're safe as safe can be. How about you? We are so blessed in Australia because we don't have all of the wars that are going on in other countries. It's nice to feel safe, isn't it? Sadly, I'm a refugee. I'm not Australian yet, but if your country lets me in, I'd love to be a vet. We have to have rules about who we let into the country because if we just let anybody in, it doesn't protect us. But I hope this little refugee girl does get her Australian citizenship and become a vet because we need lots of those. We open doors to strangers, yes, everyone's a friend. Australia fair is ours to share, where broken hearts can mend. Look at these lucky people living near the water. All Australians, well, most Australians like to live near the water, unless you love farm life and you love to live in outback Australia. What journeys we have travelled from countries near and far. Together now we live in peace beneath the Southern Star. Do you see the Southern Star sometimes at night? Look at their big telescope having a look. And that's the end of I'm Australian Too. I hope whatever you get up to on Harmony Day, you get to try lots of different cultural things. I know in my classroom we're going to be making some big snakes and putting our handprints all over them. What are you going to get up to? All right, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.